My name is Ji Xiaoshu. I'm 10 years old and in 3rd grade. I have a brother named Ji Shu. He's 4 years older than me, in 7th grade now. My brother is pretty handsome. He's the famous someone else's brother in our neighborhood. But I don't really want to praise him because he's always mean to me. Like yesterday, he found the half pack of spicy strips I hid under my bed and ate them all. Like the day before yesterday, he tricked me into eating the last popsicle in the fridge, saying he bought it. I only found out later that I was the one who bought it with my allowance saved from an entire week. Like the day before that. Forget it. Gets me angry just thinking about it. But my brother was acting weird today. I came home from school, pushed open the door, and found him sitting on the windowsill, staring into space. Yeah, the windowsill. The really high, really dangerous one that Mom keeps telling us not to climb on. He was sitting there, looking out the window, clutching something in his hand. I crept over quietly, stood on my tiptoes, and took a peek. It was a pack of strawberry milk. Pink packaging, with a big strawberry printed on it. Looked expensive. I remembered this. Last year, my aunt came back from abroad and brought me a whole box. A whole box. I was so happy. I couldn't bear to drink it all at once. I wanted to save it, enjoy it slowly. 1 bottle a day. I could make it last so long. Then my shameless brother, while I was at school, stole all my milk. Didn't leave me a single bottle. I cried all afternoon. Mom yelled at him. He just said, kids shouldn't drink too much sweet stuff anyway. Made me want to bite him. Bro, what are you doing? I scared him so much he almost fell off the windowsill. Why do you walk so quietly? He jumped down and hid the milk behind his back. Who was he kidding? I'd already seen it. I squinted at him, using the same expression Mom uses when she interrogates me about finishing my homework. Bro, are you in love? Nonsense. He swore at me, but his ears turned red. I know him too well. My brother, usually, has a thick skin. Stealing my snacks, tattling on me, lying to Mom saying I hit him, he does all that stuff. But whenever he lies, his ears turn red. More reliable than a traffic light. You like someone? I pointed at him, like a detective solving a case on TV. None of your business. He pushed me away and tried to leave. I blocked him. I'll tell Mom you're dating. You dare. He glared at me, but his ears got even redder. I grinned, pleased with myself. Give me the strawberry milk, and I won't tell Mom. Fine. He gritted his teeth and handed me the milk. I took it, hugged it to my chest, and kept asking. So tell me, who do you like? He pressed his lips together, silent for a long time. I waited. Wind blew in through the window, puffing up the curtains. Finally, he spoke, very quietly. Anai Xiaoxiao. Who? Two. Anai Xiaoxiao lives in our neighborhood. She's 1 year older than me, in 4th grade now. She looks, how should I put it? Not particularly pretty. Not like her sister. Her sister's name is Anai Jiejia. She's the famous little princess of our neighborhood. Every time my mom sees Anai Jiejia, she sighs and says, that girl is so beautiful, like a painting. She'll definitely be successful when she grows up. Anai Jiejia really is pretty. Oval face, big eyes, long eyelashes, like a doll. She walks with her back straight, and her voice is nice too, like a TV host. My mom says Nijejia learns piano, hosting, dancing, she does everything. My mom also says, if only I could be as outstanding as Nijejia. But Ni Xiaoxiao, she's completely different from her sister. Her hair is sometimes messy. She doesn't wear pretty dresses, just regular t-shirts and jeans. When she smiles, her eyes curve into little crescent moons. She likes playing in the sandbox at the playground. Building castles, digging tunnels, getting her hands all dirty. She also likes swinging on the swing. She can go really, really high, her skirt flying up, revealing the scraped scars on her knees. I used to play with her before. We were good friends. But later, well, that's another story. You like her? I asked my brother. My brother nodded. I was a bit confused. Lots of girls at my brother's school like him. Really, lots. He often has pink envelopes in his backpack, chocolates, and little snacks in his desk drawer. He doesn't want any of them. Sometimes he even finds them annoying and makes me throw them away. And he likes Ni Xiaoxiao. Why? I asked. My brother thought for a moment, then said, because she's special. What do you mean? I mean, she's different from other people. I waited for him to explain. But he didn't explain. He just looked out the window again. Following his gaze, I could see the playground in our neighborhood. The swing was swaying. Empty. 3. My brother asked me to help him gather information. In exchange, he gave me all the strawberry milk. 3 bottles in total. I thought it was a pretty good deal. The next day after school, I wandered around the neighborhood, looking for Ni Xiaoxiao. She used to always play at the playground. But today she wasn't there. The swing was empty. The sandbox was empty too. I sat on the swing and waited for a while, swinging back and forth, counting ants on the ground. The sun slowly went down. Wind blew, a little chilly. Ji Xiaoshu. Someone called me from behind. I turned around and saw Ni Xiaoxiao standing not far away. She was wearing an oversized hoodie, sleeves rolled up, revealing a bit of her wrist. She was carrying a plastic bag with some books inside. What are you doing here? She walked over, tilting her head to look at me. Waiting for you. She was startled. Waiting for me for what? I jumped off the swing and walked up to her. Then I realized there was a problem. I didn't know how to start. I couldn't just say, my brother likes you and ask me to find out if you like him, right? That would be too stupid. What have you been up to lately? She tilted her head, her expression a bit strange. Doing homework. What else? Oh. Silence. Wind blew, leaves rustling. Suddenly, she laughed. Ji Xiaoshu, are you here today to make up with me? Make up. I was stunned for a moment, then remembered that we had broken off our friendship before. 4. That was last year. We were playing here too that day, swinging on the swings. Nijejia came back from somewhere, wearing a pretty pink tulle skirt, shiny hair clips in her hair. Her mother was holding her hand as they walked past us. Ni Xiaoxiao shouted, Mom! Sister! Her mother waved and shouted back from a distance, don't play too late. Nijejia glanced back but didn't say anything, following her mother away. I was totally mesmerized at that moment. Because Nijejia really was gorgeous. Like a princess. Like the princesses in fairy tale books. Then I looked down at Ni Xiaoxiao. Her hair was a bit messy, there was sand on her face, her clothes were wrinkled. I just spoke the truth. Your sister is like a princess. And I Xiao didn't say anything. I added, you and your sister don't look like sisters. She asked me, then what do we look like? I thought about it, sniffled, and said, like a princess and a maid. Then I Xiao shoved me. I fell into the sand, covered in it. Hey, I was just telling the truth. Stupid pig. She ran off. And said she was breaking off our friendship. 5. I told all this to my brother. My brother listened, was quiet for a while. Then what? What do you mean, then what? You never made up. I thought about it and shook my head. I went looking for her a few times after that. Brought her strawberry milk, tried to cheer her up. But she didn't want any of it. I asked my brother, why do you think she got so angry? My brother looked at me with an expression that was a bit like looking at an idiot. You called her a maid. How could she not be angry? But it was the truth. The truth? My brother said. If I said you looked like a monkey, would you be angry? I was stunned. Do I look like a monkey? I ran to find a mirror and stared at myself for a long time. Maybe a little. No. I ran back to my brother. I don't look like a monkey. My brother couldn't be bothered with me. 6. But I still decided to go find an Xiao. Because my brother gave me 3 bottles of strawberry milk. Taking presents means owing favors. The next day, I staked out the playground again. This time I caught her. She was swinging alone, going really, really high. I walked over and stood beside her. She saw me but didn't say anything, kept swinging. The swing came forward, went back. Her shoes traced arcs in the air. And I Xiao. I called her. She still didn't speak. I pulled out the strawberry milk and held it up. This is for you. The swing slowly stopped. She looked at the milk in my hand, then looked at me. What do you mean? Treating you. Why? I thought for a moment, then said. Because I want to make up with you. She tilted her head, eyes bright. After a moment, she jumped off the swing, walked over, and took the milk. Okay. She said. Then she unscrewed the cap and started drinking, glug glug glug. I breathed a sigh of relief. 7. We sat on the swings, 1 bottle of milk each. What have you been doing lately? I asked her. Doing homework, reading, going to a friend's house to play. What friend? She glanced at me. You don't know them. Boy or girl? Girl. She licked the milk off her lips. Why do you ask? Just asking. She stared at me for a while. I felt a bit guilty and looked down, drinking my milk. Ji Xiaoshu. Do you have something you're hiding from me? No. She didn't believe me. When she squinted like that, she looked a bit like her sister. But when her sister squinted, it was that haughty, superior feeling, like the whole world should revolve around her. When she squinted, it was kind of cute. Really, no. I said. She finished the last of her milk and licked her lips. Will you come again tomorrow? Yeah. Okay then. She smiled, eyes curving into little crescent moons. 8. And just like that, I became friends with Ni Xiao again. We played at the playground every day after school. Swinging, building in the sand, chasing each other around. Sometimes she brought snacks and shared half with me. Sometimes I brought spicy strips and shared half with her. I discovered that N.I. Xiao Xiao was actually pretty great. She wasn't delicate like other girls. Playing in the sand, getting her hands all muddy, she didn't care. She wasn't a crybaby like other girls either. If she fell, she'd just get up, dust herself off, and keep running. And she could tell stories. Sitting on the swing, swaying back and forth, she'd tell all kinds of stories. Little detectives, stolen rubies, all that. She told them really well. I was always captivated. Once I asked her, "Where do you get all these stories?" She said, "From TV." Then tell me what happened next in that little detective story. Who was the bad guy in the end? She thought for a moment, then said, "That kind-looking old grandpa." Huh? Not that big-faced guy? No. She sighed, looking a bit disappointed. I guessed wrong. 9. But I noticed one thing. Every time I went to find N.I. Xiao Xiao, her sister was home. Her sister, N.I. Jiejia, was that princess-like girl. Honestly, N.I. Jiejia really was beautiful. So beautiful it made people afraid to get close. She walked with her back straight, and her voice was lovely too, like a TV host. My mom couldn't stop praising her every time she saw her. But I was a little scared of her. Not because she was mean. It was the way she looked at me. I can't quite describe that look. A bit like the way I look at the kid in my class who always comes first in exams, a mix of envy and unwillingness to admit defeat. But not exactly the same. Anyway, it was weird. Once I was waiting downstairs for N.I. Xiao Xiao, and her sister came down first. Wearing a white dress, hair flowing loose, she really did look like a princess. When she saw me, she was startled for a moment. Then she smiled. A really pretty smile. Looking for Xiao Xiao? Yeah. She's changing clothes. She'll be down in a minute. Oh. She stood there looking at me. I felt a bit uncomfortable and looked down at my shoes. You're Jishu's little brother, right? Yeah. How's your brother been lately? Pretty good. She smiled again, said nothing more. Then she left. Walked very slowly, her skirt floating gently. Watching her back, something suddenly occurred to me. Why was she asking about my brother? 10. That night at home, I told my brother about it. My brother was doing homework. He froze when he heard. She asked about me? Yeah, asked how you've been lately. My brother didn't say anything. But his ears turned red. I moved closer. Bro, does she like you? Don't talk nonsense. He swore at me, but his ears got even redder. I understood. Bro, so you like N.I. Xiao Xiao, and N.I. Jiejia likes you? He didn't speak. That meant yes. Wow. This was complicated. I scratched my head. Does N.I. Xiao Xiao know? Know what? Know that her sister likes you? My brother thought for a moment. Probably not. Are you going to tell her? Tell her what? Get her to help you. My brother looked at me again like I was an idiot. Help me with what? Help you pursue her sister. My brother was silent for a moment. Then he picked up a book and whacked me on the head. Get lost. 11. I thought my brother was being very unreasonable. I was clearly trying to help him. Whatever. Forget it. I'd just go play with N.I. Xiao Xiao instead. The next day, I went back to stake out the playground. But waited a long time and she never came. The sun was almost down, the swing's shadow stretching longer and longer. I got a bit worried and ran over to her building. Looked up and yelled. "And I xiao xiao! And I xiao xiao!" A window opened. But the head that poked out wasn't an I xiao xiao's, it was her mom's. "Xiao xiao's not home. She went to a friend's house to play." A friend's house? I remembered her saying she had a friend, a girl. "Auntie, when will she be back?" "Not sure. Probably around dinner time." Oh. I was a bit disappointed and started walking back. When I reached the neighborhood entrance, I saw a black car drive past. And I xiao xiao was inside. There was a boy sitting next to her. I couldn't see clearly what he looked like, but he seemed older than my brother. The car window was open, wind blowing in, messing up an I xiao xiao's hair. She was laughing happily. I stood there, watching the car drive away. Suddenly felt a bit strange inside. 12. The next day, I asked an I xiao xiao. "Where did you go yesterday?" "A friend's house." "Which friend?" She glanced at me. "You don't know them." "Boy or girl?" "Girl, no, boy." She thought for a moment, then corrected herself. My heart sank a little. "A boy?" "Yeah." "Who is he?" She tilted her head. "Ji Xiaoshu, why are you so weird today?" "I'm not weird." "You are weird." She moved closer, staring into my eyes. "Are you jealous?" "Jealous?" I was stunned. "Jealous of what?" She laughed. "You know, afraid that I'll play with someone else and not play with you anymore." I wanted to say I wasn't. But the words got stuck in my throat. Because I think, maybe I was, a little. "He's my friend." And I xiao xiao said. "His name is Cini. He has so many toys at his house. A whole wall of models, boxes of building blocks, really fun." "Oh. Next time I'll take you to play." "No thanks," I said, sulkily. She looked at me and suddenly laughed. "Ji Xiaoshu, you're so cute." "Cute? What's cute about me?" "I'm handsome." 13. But after that, I xiao xiao went to that friend's house more and more often. Every Saturday. Sometimes Sundays too. I went to wait for her at the playground, often couldn't find her. Once I finally caught her and asked, "Why do you always go to his house?" She thought for a moment, then said, "Because his toys are fun." Just that. And she thought again. "He talks very little, but he always listens to whatever I say." I listen too. It's different. Different how? She couldn't explain. Just said. It just is. I was unhappy. But I couldn't say why I was unhappy. 14. One day, I was swinging at the playground. Alone. And I xiao xiao had gone to that friend's house again. The sun was almost down, the swing's shadow stretched long. Wind blew, a bit chilly. Suddenly I remembered when we were little. Back then, I xiao xiao and I played together every day. We built in the sand, swung on the swings, shared popsicles. Half for her, half for me. Those were good times. Now she had a new friend and didn't come to find me much anymore. Just as I was thinking this, someone walked over. I looked up and froze. It was Ni Jie. She was wearing a light blue dress, hair loose, like a real princess. She sat down on the swing next to me. "Waiting for someone?" she asked. I nodded. "Waiting for Xiao Xiao?" I nodded again. She smiled. She's gone to that friend's house again today. I knew. You wait for her here often? Yeah. She looked at me, her expression a bit strange. You really like playing with her? I thought about it, nodded. She didn't speak, started swinging. Very slowly, her skirt floating gently. After a moment, she suddenly said, You know, I'm waiting for someone too. I turned to look at her. She was looking into the distance, her eyes a bit empty. Waiting for someone who will never come. 15. That night at home, I told my brother about it. My brother was in his room staring into space, looking out the window. Bro, I ran into Nigeria today. He turned his head. And then? She said she's waiting for someone. Waiting for who? I don't know. She said waiting for someone who will never come. My brother froze. After a moment, his ears turned red. I moved closer. Bro, the person she's waiting for wouldn't happen to be you, would it? Don't talk nonsense. He swore at me, but his ears were red as tomatoes. I understood. Bro, Nigeria likes you. You like Ni Xiao Xiao. Ni Xiao Xiao has another friend, and that friend seems pretty rich. Has lots of toys at his house. My brother didn't speak. I sighed. Bro, you're so pitiful. He picked up another book and whacked me on the head. 16. Later, some things happened. What exactly, I'm not too clear about. I only know that one day, Ni Xiao Xiao suddenly came to find me. She stood downstairs at my building, looked up, and called my name. I poked my head out the window and saw her standing there, face red, like she'd been crying. I ran down. What's wrong? She looked at me, didn't speak. After a moment, she said, Ji Xiaoshu, let's go swing. So we went to the playground. The swings swayed back and forth. Suddenly she said, I think my sister likes Tsinyi. I was stunned. Huh? Tsinyi is that friend of mine. I knew. He doesn't seem to like my sister. She looked down at her toes. He likes me. I froze. The swing slowly stopped. She looked up at me. Ji Xiaoshu, what do you think I should do? I didn't know what to say. Wind rustled the leaves. Suddenly I thought of my brother. Remembered his red ears. Remembered him staring out the window in a daze. Remembered him saying she's special. I don't know either. I said. She looked at me and suddenly laughed. You don't know either? No. Okay then. She started swinging again, going really, really high. Her skirt flew up. She was laughing. But I knew she was actually a little sad. 17. That night at home, I told my brother about it. My brother listened, was silent for a long time. Then he said, Is she okay? She should be fine. He nodded, didn't speak again. Looking at his profile, I suddenly felt a bit sorry for him. Bro. Are you okay? He didn't answer. After a moment, he said, Actually, I knew a long time ago. Knew what? Knew she wouldn't like me. I was stunned. He smiled, but it wasn't really a smile. The way she looks at that guy is different from how she looks at others. Like the way I look at her. I listened, didn't know what to say. Outside the window, the sky darkened. Stars lit up, one by one.